بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وعباد الرحمن الذين يمشون على الأرض هونا وإذا خاطبهم الجاهلون قالوا سلاما وإذا خاطبهم الجاهلون قالوا سلاما والذين يبيتون لربهم سجدا وقياما.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، واللعن الدائم على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. Dear viewers, dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As you may remember, I am talking about the different functions of truthfulness. So far, I have elaborated on a number of functions that are related to truthfulness. This session will again be devoted to the matter of the function of truthfulness. According to Islamic traditions and according to Islamic documents, if one is truthful, one will be able to enter paradise. It is very much important, and it is a big concern for every one of us to enter paradise. It is the ultimate concern of every Muslim to enter paradise. Of course, we worship God sometimes because we are afraid of the fires of hell, and sometimes we worship God because we think God is deserving, and we must devote our energy and our life to worshiping God. And it is a lofty stage of worship to worship God because God is deserving and because we love God. But most people, most human beings worship Allah in order to be able to enter paradise. So entering paradise and to be saved from the flames of the fire of hell is one of our concerns. According to Islamic documents, if you are truthful, you will be able to enter paradise. Don't be worried. Don't be anxious if you are truthful, because according to Islamic documents, you will enter paradise. You will be given the visa to enter paradise. Of course, entering paradise needs a permit. It needs a visa. Just as you want to travel to a country, you apply for a visa. And once you are given the visa, then you will be able to enter that country. Same is the case with paradise. Everybody will not be able to enter paradise. Only those who are given the visa, only those who are given permission to enter, they will be able to enter paradise. And among those who are given permission to enter paradise are the truthful ones. So it is very much important to be truthful. Look at this verse from the Holy Quran. I recited this verse before as well, but since this verse is relevant to our topic in this session, we will again recite this holy verse. God the Almighty says, هَذَا يَوْمُ يَنْفَعُ الصَّادِقِينَ صِدْقُهُمْ. This is the day when the truthfulness of the truthful people will benefit them. لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٌ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارِ. They have gardens beneath which rivers flow. Look at this beautiful scene. The scene is very beautiful. It is described beautifully. There are gardens, and beneath these gardens, rivers flow. There is running water. خالدين فيها أبدا. And they live there permanently. Again, it is one of our concerns. It happens for us, sometime we are given some sort of position or some sort of worldly achievements. But because these achievements do not continue for long, therefore we have concern. We are worried about our future. If you are a member of parliament, you have some sort of concern about your future, because your term will one day end. And once your term ends, then what will happen? If you are a president, if you are a minister, whatever you are, you will have a concern about your future, because nothing that belongs to this world is permanent. Everything is changeable. Everything will one day finish. So even when we are enjoying ourselves, we are not happy, because we have concern about our future. We have concern about the continuation of the blessings which we are enjoying. But in the hereafter, you don't have such kind of concerns. In the hereafter, you don't have such kind of worries. And God Almighty says, خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا أَبَدًا. They live there permanently. They live there forever. They will not be ousted from paradise. They will not be expelled from the heaven. They will live there forever. رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ. God is pleased with them, and they are pleased with God. And there is a mutual satisfaction. God is satisfied with them, and they are satisfied with God. As I mentioned before, it is very much important to be able to satisfy God and to be able to please God. According to our ideology, according to our system of beliefs, God is the ultimate cause behind each and everything. According to Islamic philosophical thinking, the existence is divided into two parts: the necessary and the possible. As far as the possible is concerned, it depends on the necessary. It does not have anything of its own. It owes its existence to the necessary. It owes its qualities to the necessary. It owes its attributes to the necessary. It is the necessary being that gives it each and everything. The possible being is dependent on the necessary being for everything, no matter whether they are important or not, whether they are significant or not. It makes no difference. The thing is that the possible being is dependent on the necessary being. So according to our set of beliefs, God the Almighty is behind each and everything. Whatever happening is there, minor or major, will be eventually ending up to God the Almighty. So if God is the ultimate cause for each and everything, minor or major, significant or insignificant, then if we are able to satisfy God, we will have each and everything. Because whatever God wills, that will happen. Whatever He intends, that will take place without any delay. So the truthful ones are able, based on this verse, to satisfy God. They are able to please God. And since they are able to please God, and since they have been able to achieve this kind of achievement, then they are able to gain whatever they want. So this is very much important, and that is why Allah the Almighty expresses very openly, ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. That is a mighty achievement. That is a grave achievement. Pleasing God is not an easy achievement. Satisfying God is not an easy thing. It is not a simple achievement. It is very significant. So, one of the functions of truthfulness is that if one is truthful, one will be able to enter paradise. It is a visa for entering paradise. It is a sign that tells us that who will enter the paradise. A person who is truthful, he has the sign, he has the permission to enter paradise. Another function of truthfulness is that it is a sign of faith. Everything has its own signs. If a person falls ill, if he gets cold, then it has its own signs. He starts coughing, he has sore throat, and he has other difficulties.
يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار يا مدبر الليل والنهار يا محول الحول والأحوال حول حالنا إلى أحسن الحال.
And again, if a person, for example, is healthy, a healthy person has also its own signs. If he is tested, if the test is not positive, then he is healthy, of course. So everything has its own signs and its own symptoms. Faith has also its own signs. Faith has its own signs. It has its own symptoms. In one of the signs of faith is truthfulness. If you're truthful, then you are a faithful person. You are a believer. If you're truthful, it testifies to the fact that you are a believer. If a person claims that he is a believer, and if he does not prove it by being truthful, we cannot accept his words. We can accept his words only when he is practically truthful, when his actions are in compliance with his words, when he is an honest person. This is the sign of being truthful and faithful. And that's why Imam Sadiq, in a tradition which I quoted earlier, also says, لا تغتروا بصلاتهم. It gives us a methodology, a very nice methodology of how to evaluate things. The Holy Imam shows and tells us the way how to evaluate things and how to examine things. We should not be fooled by what we see. We must make a thorough study. We must make a deep understanding of the situation. We should not suffice to the surface value of things. لا تغتروا بصلاتهم. Everyone offers prayers. Everyone observes fast. Everyone does to some extent his Islamic duties. But the Holy Imam says, doing these duties is not enough. Don't be fooled. Don't be deceived by this kind of activities. لا تغتروا بصلاتهم. Don't be deceived by their prayers, by their fast, by their pilgrimage. Nowadays, everyone goes to different shrines to perform pilgrimage. Somebody goes to Karbala, and somebody goes to Mashhad, and somebody go to Saudi Arabia in different places to perform different rituals. The Holy Imam says, don't look at these activities. لا تغتروا بصلاتهم ولا بصيامهم, and don't be deceived by their fast. Fast is a very difficult thing. Even prayer is difficult. You have to take ablution, you have to take preparation, you have to offer prayer. And fast is also difficult. You have to avoid eating from morning till dusk, eating nothing, drinking nothing. And don't be deceived by such kind of activities, even though this kind of activities are difficult. And then the Holy Imam tells the philosophy of his order or his direction. He says, فَإِنَّ الرَّجُلَ رُبَّمَا لَهِجَ بِالصَّلَاةِ. It is possible that the one whom you look at is used to doing such kind of things. He is habitualized to doing such kind of things. It has become a part of his habit to offer prayer, to recite the Holy Quran, and to do pilgrimage. If he does not do such kind of things, if he does not perform such kind of acts, he thinks as if he has lost something. He finds some deficiency in his own self, and that's why he is used to doing such kind of things. And remember, whenever you do something out of habit, and because it is a part of your habit to do it, it will have no value. Do something because it is your duty to do it. Do something because it is your obligation to do it. Do something because God has told you to do it, not because it is a part of your habit. And old habits take long time to die. Look at this proverb. Habits are not easy to be eradicated. It takes you time to eradicate a habit. Old habits take long time before they die. It takes you your time, it takes your energy in order to be able to eradicate such kind of habits. Anyway, when you do something because of God, it is valuable. But when you do something because it is a part of your habit, it will not have any value. The Holy Imam says, maybe the person whom you are looking at, maybe he is doing his duties not because of God, but because it is a part of his habit. Just as smoking is a part of his habit, just as drinking is a part of somebody's habit, praying is a part of his habit. فَإِنَّ الرَّجُلَ رُبَّمَا لَهِجَ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَالصَّوْمِ. Maybe he is used to performing prayer and observing fast. حَتَّى لَوْ تَرَكَهُ اسْتَوْحَشْ. To the extent that if he lives such kind of practices, he feels frightened. In order not to be frightened, he does such kind of things. So how can we examine somebody? How can we test somebody to find out whether he is a faithful, whether he is a true Muslim or not? The Holy Imam says, وَلَكِنْ اخْتَبِرُوهُمْ عِنْدَ صِدْقِ الْحَدِيثِ. Test him by his truthfulness, by speaking the truth. If he is truthful, then he is a true Muslim. If he says, for example, I give charity, and he actually gives charity, and if he says, for example, I do such kind of things, and he actually does such kind of things, then he is a truthful person, and he is an honest person, and we can rely on his words. But if he tells us that he does certain kinds of actions, while he does not do this kind of actions, then he is not a truthful person. We cannot rely on his words. And he, according to this methodology, he has not passed the test. He has failed the test. وَأَدَاءِ الْأَمَانَةِ. And look, if he returns what you have given to him as a trust, if he returns the object with which you have trusted him, then he is a truthful person. Otherwise, he is not a truthful person. So this tradition, though very brief and not very lengthy, provides us with a methodology for testing others. Now we know how to test, how to examine them to find out whether or not they are true Muslims. You must give something to your friend and tell him, give it back to me after a month or so. If he gave it back to you promptly, and if he did not actually use it, then he is a good person. But of course, if he uses it without your permission, or if he does not return it back to you, then it shows that he is not a truthful person. And again, you can check your friend by looking at his words. Of course, when you meet your friend, when you meet your neighbors, they talk of different things. You can look at their words. Do they speak truthfully or not? If they speak truthfully, if they are right in terms of speaking, then you can rely on them and you can say that they are good people. And if they do not speak the truth, if they are used to telling lies, then of course you cannot believe in their words and you cannot rely on their personalities. Thank you very much. That's all for this session.
بحمدك يا إلهي بدأت قولي وجئتك خاضعا ربي فكن لي